I'm sitting on top of the world.
So where was I? Oh, I remember. We had just turned half the government into a delivery service for our basic needs, which also doubled as our retirement dividends, if I recall correctly. Now, the other half of the government, they will have different responsibilities. Justice, Labor and Commerce, and the Interior. Think of these departments as regulatory. Our government has three things it needs to protect: our people, our planet, and our principles. The desire for profits often puts all three of these at risk. Our new operating system manual comes with specific guidelines, and these departments will call out anybody who, through some self-serving motive, attempts to skirt these guidelines in order to achieve short-term gains at a long-term cost to the rest of us. Money has managed to persuade past government agencies to look the other way, but justice will no longer be available to the highest bidder. To incentivize our new watchdogs, they will all work on commission. Overall, the agency must pay for itself to justify its existence. Two more things. Firstly, our new federal businesses will be managed by the Commerce branch of our new Labor and Commerce Department. Secondly, our Department of the Interior is going to regulate how much raw materials we the people may safely extract, plus manage our new tourist businesses designed to pay back the bank loan for much needed national park infrastructure. By the way, we are also selling off small chunks of our strategic oil reserves to whoever wants them before they are worth nothing. This can also help foot some of the bill for this department. Finally, we have the Departments of Security, Foreign Relations, and Education. In our current black and white way of thinking, each of us feels very sure about what is good and what is evil. In the gray space between, we will place our foreign relations. And to give this department an extra bargaining chip, we will begin housing our embassies within new global schools designed as a peace offering to all countries, starting with those that need our help the most. It is here we will be exporting our new brand of educating all people in order that they may better sustain themselves. Public education, global schools, and our new immigration and rehabilitation facilities will all operate in the same manner. Part school, part healthcare facility, with the potential for a community to spring up around them and grow. Education is complex and will need its own space, which leaves the Department of Security. Besides our military, this department will also house our veterans services, our nuclear programs, CIA, FBI, FEMA, and Homeland Security. To pay for something this size, we created a new tax, a 1% land value tax, of which everyone will pay a portion, whether they own or rent or lease. The military will now need to be paid by the private sector if they still wish continued protection of their various interests abroad. If the people have any need to rent the military, it will use the money from the collection of the new 10% import tax. Side note, the people will no longer allow any American entity to sell weapons of violence abroad. If the military needs any more funding, it can get it through sale of some new innovation, something the military has always produced, but for which it has never been paid until now. The people are now well aware of the lifelong trauma our children suffer when engaging in battle, trauma that resonates within our society and carries a great cost to all of us. From now on, we will all train together and, if necessary, fight together. We will defend our lives and we will defend our soil. We do not need to defend our values because no one can take those away from us. Neither shall we, through violence, push our values onto anyone else. We will no longer peddle capitalist dictatorship hidden inside the Trojan horse of democracy, which starts all sorts of fires around the globe, fires we then feel compelled to put out, using our own children while we sit on the couch back home and watch between our sports and fake reality TV shows. Note to ourselves, we've fought religious wars, civil wars, wars against Nazism and communism and fascism and all other sorts of isms, and not one of them is dead. They are all still here. We need a new approach. If you wish to know more about that, you will find it under Exporting Our New Brand.